Thank you. This gentleman in the back.
Yeah, hi, my name is I am Egyptian, I'm a Coptic activist, and I guess I have 2 points and one question. The first point is, it's pretty much military coup. I mean, like, all the numbers, like 33 million, 30 million, 80 million. I was in Tahrir Square during the 18 days before Mubarak stepped down, and the capacity of Tahrir Square is no more than 800,000, and we were saying, like, these 2 million people in the street. So I'm skeptical when it comes to Egyptians saying numbers. I'm Egyptian myself. The second thing is, as much as I respect the church, my church, but I'm really frustrated the way that they are dealing with the suffering of the Copts. Since you met with Sisi, and my question for all of you, why Sisi didn't protect the churches? Why Sisi didn't protect the Coptics now? Yesterday there were a family forced to leave from Armenia, where Sisi forces are around Armenia. Why the Coptics are, until this moment, are not protected?
Right.
Why the Copts cannot be in a sensitive position in the government? I think it's yes, the Muslim Brotherhood are totalitarian regime, but there is no founding fathers in Egypt to dream of democracy. There is no Jefferson. There is no Madison. They are all like seculars, and they're defining themselves by we are not Islams. So the answer is not like what you have to give. Is like we don't have something to give, but we are not Islams. And I don't think any democracy can be built on nothing.
Okay, on the numbers, nobody said there are 22 million people in Tahrir Square. The general said that in Suez, in the north, across Egypt, those are the numbers. And he said, Google Earth it. He said, you can go to Google Earth on the date and actually work out the rough estimate. And it's not Cairo downtown, it's Egypt. So I leave that for you to check. On the Copts, my impression was, and maybe my colleagues agree, that one of the big reasons, one of the explanations for the violence in the beginning was because the Egyptian police were not capable of doing their job. There were some serious issues with the police being able to secure those places where violence was going to be imminent. Now that's changed. If you look at the Sinai, the police are working in collaboration with the military. So there's a far greater quality control because it was realized the police don't have the respect, don't have the capabilities the military do, and now it's got to be done side by side. On the Jeffersonian issue, I agree. I mean, I spent 15 years in the land of my parents, Hungary, after 40 years of communism. Democracy is not a shake-and-bake venture. Jeffersons do not come out of the womb. Yeah? These individuals have to find themselves. They have to work out the answers for themselves. All they're wanting is for us not to push them. The whole time that we hear from them, we're being pushed, have an election now, have an election now. Well, if they have an election now, you're going to see what? Another bad result. It's got to be done properly. They've got 50 people now in the Constitutional Committee representing all walks of life, from students to Copts, farmers, peasants, you name it. And they're saying, we can't work this out like that. It's not going to happen. So I think we should give them time, and maybe a Jeffersonian individual will develop, and it's not for us to say when it should occur.
If I could just add to that, the Egyptian army is not a monolithic organization. They're not all good guys. There is an element of the Muslim Brotherhood in the Egyptian army, even in the officer corps. And General Sisi knows that, and he did ask us for that one thing. He said, I need time to fix this. Unfortunately, in that period of time, you're going to have violence like that directed against the Copts. And the Pope was, you could see he was visibly, when he talked about this, visibly moved and shaken. I don't have an answer as what the solution is, but I mean, they're aware of it, but they know they need time. And, the Egyptian army, for as good as it is, does have some bad elements in it.